Hey everybody, welcome. Okay, I do believe we are right on track. Okay, so I know for some of you this is not the correct time, and yeah, that's daylight savings for you. I'm gonna try and start moving stream forward an hour to match. But even I'm kind of all discombobulated because we've only had daylight savings in America for maybe 2 days. Yeah, it'll be 2 days this evening at 3 a.m. somewhere in there. So it's really like I don't know what I'm doing, but I do know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm dying. I hate daylight savings. I really do. Got the unfortunate news that it isn't going away anytime soon. So, you know, enjoy. Howdy, everybody. How is everyone doing? Hey, yes, shaders adds that glow to the lapis that just pops. So good. So crisp. I can turn off the glow, but I realize that I like it. I just really love it. Shaders that make lapis glow adds a lot to a build. Yep. Jacktherippa is back at it again. Welcome back, Link. Happy to see you. So yeah. Oh, you're sick, Sugar. I'm so sorry. It's okay, Mr. Moscavo. You'll be okay. Just started binging 2B videos again after the new Fit video. Oh my god. Well, don't take anything Fit says too seriously. It isn't exactly accurate. Just an FYI. Ooh, okay. Also, Alpha and I had a conversation about beacons, and he was like, "Jack, this beacon looks better than the Soul Lantern." And I was like, "Alpha, you are so right. We're using bacons." Once again, really like how the beacon looks. Don't take anything on the server as fact. Yeah, well, I mean, there are things that definitely happen. I mean, it's not like there isn't fact. It's just don't take anything Fit says at face value because some of it is, well, let's just say the truth is like an elastic rubber band. It stretches. Slurp saw kill it duping and told my base mate. Well, a lot of that duping stuff is kind of out of date now. I'm fairly certain all the dupes have been patched. That is the Trident dupe and stuff. So don't go feeling like, oh my god, I've got to get on 2B2T and duplicate. Like, no. You're probably not actually going to get anything done. It's okay. Was that really him on 2B 2 nights ago? I don't know. I don't know if he was on 2B 2 nights ago. I don't keep up with Fit anymore. And he doesn't really keep up with me. Would know LOL, haven't played in years. Okay. Well, as long as you're not the type of person to immediately be suckered in to anything a man with a velvety voice says. And unfortunately, a lot of people found out about 2B2T and Fit during the pandemic, which was when a lot of people were vulnerable and very, like, easily manipulated or influenced. Not even really manipulated is probably too strong a word, but easily told things and they just take them at face value without believing. People in general are kind of bad like that. You know? Like, I'll admit, there have been many times where I have seen the title of a YouTube video about a subject that I've maybe had a passing interest in, and I've just seen the title and gone, oh, so that's what happened. Okay. And then I'll do no further insight or deep dive or anything like that. I have all the time in the world and I still won't do it sometimes. I don't know, I'm just kind of bad about that. You duped a lot of Trident sugar. Yes, a friend of mine, a certain Sesame Street puppet, decided that a few 100 boxes of tridents was what he should spend his time doing. To be fair, what the hell else was he supposed to do? We haven't exactly had anything interesting going on. So, yeah, like, of course. I, too, would be dupe happy if even the most paltry of dupes showed up. But, like, it actually felt like I was accomplishing something. Me, personally, I didn't care about tridents. I'd already farmed up enough, so it didn't really matter. I got, like, 2 boxes from him, so I was good. Yeah, Alpha's been playing a lot. We've been moving around, finalizing things, figuring out what to do, where to go. We're scoping out stuff on the 121 test server, trying to find where stuff will generate, things of that nature. It's a trial and error process. It's a very trial and error type process. Worse than fit now are the dumb 100-day people that leech off 2B for videos. Oh yeah, bring on, yeah. Good evening, Universon. So yeah, you excited to live in this gigantic fortress? I am. This place is fucking dope. Like, I am genuinely impressed with how it turned out. I was just making giant Blackstone boxes and then just kind of colliding them together just to see how they'd intersect and how it would look. It turned out so good. Oh yeah, I was gonna have a some sort of like a channel system. Like the water flows down and then it ends up in these small little channels that just sort of course all over this place. And now I don't know what I'll do with that. Trying not to get on the height trait for the moment. Okay, well. Oh, be that way then. I think it'll be cool. This is one of those places that we got a lot of room to like just do anything we want to. And like, yeah, anything we want is, that's a lot. It can be, well, it could be anything. It can even be whatever we want. Oh. How about that stock market crash today? Damn. Did it really crash? I didn't pay any attention because I don't like the idea of monitoring the stock market as though A, you can do anything about it, and B, like, there will always be tomorrow, you know? Don't worry too much. Is that lapis blocks? Yes, it is, Mr. Roscoe. These shaders make lapis pop like you wouldn't believe. Ordinary, normal stuff looks like this. This is boring of vision, though. Waiting for 121 to properly drop, yeah. Still looks like a spiky sofa. I mean, I like the fact that it looks like a spiky sofa. Makes it feel like this place has some character. Don't tread on me. Only instead of tread, it's sit your ass on me. And if you're a masochist, you can just go ahead and sit on it. Huh? There we go. Yeah, this place is going to come together real nice. So I'm already going to, as you can tell, I'm swapping out all the old doors, which were just going to be mangrove. I'm going to make everything, all the wood types I want to use are pale oak to match the black stone. Or at least I believe it does. Can you farm the lapis? You can buy lapis from villagers. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm not worried about the lapis demands or how much all of this is gonna, you know, take me. I think we can scrounge up the materials. There's already a lot of like logistics for things that I gotta do. And so it's either polish up how this place looks, which in my opinion sounds more fun, or go chop trees on 2B2T and make a fuck ton of chests and broaden the little platform that we live on. The staging platform that I have for this place. This was built on a flat world, but, you know. Dang, how are you going to get all this blackstone? Has there been a dupe? Let's just say I've got a dealer. And no, it's not a dupe. The dealer has informed me that a lot of bartering has been occurring. And that the bartering has been very profitable. Can you... Oh, yeah. I'm now going to go full-time in the Historical Society for now until I find something new to do with it for a living. Oh, okay. That sounds cool, Top Hat. I know the Historical Society is right up your alleyway. Well, I guess I could on the 121 test server go and try to hunt for another Pale Garden. Or I could go and try another trial. I have a secret source. Nah, villagers don't change this update. It's still experimental. No. Yeah, thank God that's not going into effect quite yet. I remember in anticipation for 120, I was like, oh my God, we're updating to 120.4. The new villager stuff is going into effect. And I was, of course, misinformed. But I was under that impression, and so I was like, well, you know, I had really better get a mending villager. And that ended up not mattering. Also, we lost Ocean's Anomalous. It would be a while after that, but you know, the mending villager didn't even make it, so who cares? Yeah, the only addition's one new map. Oh, okay. Now, when you say a new map, you mean... What do you mean, actually? Oh. Shit, no wonder this area was so dark. This didn't get properly... There we go. Yeah. I like the recessed glowstone. That was a great idea. Recess it behind panels of polished deep slate to just kind of differentiate it. When it comes to villagers, nothing ever happens. I don't know. They're going to put those balancing changes in 121.5, we think. Wait, what happened to Ocean's Anomalous? Well, we made the game Escape the Jack Rooms. It was a big success. There is a move to do the next Escape the Jack Rooms. But unfortunately... the base was found. So that's that. So I've set up this massive 500 by 700 black concrete box. There we go. Come on, load in. There we go. Yeah, the base is killed. Sorry. Did it make it to 2 years? It made it to about a year and a half, roughly. We had a 1.12 chunk trail nearby. Didn't know about it until it was too late. And then just a conga line of new friends showed up at around New Year's. They all started talking and telling each other, and of course they all hang out in the same Discord, so you know, word travels fast, and that was it. Just hopped in. Hopefully you're not too late. How are we doing? We're doing all right, Mr. Bayonet. We're doing all right. Where were the coords? Ooh, you're gonna have to find that out on your own, buddy. I actually don't like it when people go to a base, even if it's mine, or even if it's griefed. I don't like people swarming over my old bases like they are some sort of a holy site to go visit, you know? Because, like, that's what people did with Space Valk 3. That's what people did with the lands. Like, I don't like that. Jared did that with Rusher way back in 2016, and that pissed me off. And I was like, no, this is not a fucking museum. I mean, the archive is a museum, so you can go see it on the archive. Though I don't know that Turbine has added it. But still, like, this is not, you know, hey, come and gawk at it. Like, I don't like that. I don't know what it is about that. But that's always kind of, like, irked me. So I've just sort of... I've kept it to myself. If you know, you know. Remember the 171 from Stream Leak? Oh, man. Well, hopefully I won't have another Stream Leak. Good God. Come on. There we go. He just said it in chat. Universon's playing with you. It's pulling your chain. Those are not the coords. Also, that looks terrible. I think I might just have... one yellow fellow found Nineveh and shared it with the entire CCP. Ouch. Is Nineveh still intact, or have you guys been griefed too, Link? Universe and so evil. Yeah, he's just screwing with you guys. Like, he's just seeing who will go to that location. I guarantee you that's nothing. Which is funny, because I like it when people do that. That's why I was not going to react to the numbers or be like, that's not the right numbers. Or like, no, Universe, and don't post that. I would just sort of be like, that doesn't exist. So if you want to go there and waste your time, feel free. Maybe have soul lanterns in that area because it's smaller. I really like the color of the beacon. The beacon is really, like, good. You know? It just does it. I think just having it over here is fine. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's still intact as of 3 days ago. Okay. Well... Can't help it. Kind of cool to go and look at an old ruin. Cool to see him, don't know why. Yeah, I get that. If it's someone else's ruins, I get that feeling too. But if it's my own stuff, I get personal. I get, like, self-conscious about it. I don't know. I don't like it when people go and swarm all over a build that I made and be like, oh my god, Jacktherippa, oh my god, Jacktherippa. And I'm like, you should have seen me build it when it was something I could live at. And... when it was something cool taking shape before your eyes, you know? That is better in my opinion. But I can't really, like, make people... I can't change people's opinions or make people feel things about things. I can't make people feel the same way I do. So it just is what it is. This, whole thing is kind of lacking. Oh, I know. I'm gonna put, because there are 2 light panels here and here. I'm gonna put a little thing here. Just as, like, I don't know, a tiny little lamppost. Whoops. Yeah, I guess that works. Does it need a top? Yeah, it needs a top. It needs a little hat. There we go. Yeah, I like that. And then obviously inside. Oh, and that's another thing. The insides, obviously I've not really done much internal decoration or population or anything like that. The insides, I'm going to actually probably change the style. I want the insides to be smoother and more rustic looking, you know? So I'm probably going to be using a lot of polished blackstone and a little bit of polished deep slate just to kind of like schmooze it out. So like when you cross the threshold here, it'll get nicer as you go in. A base feels better when you live there and than when you don't. Yeah, exactly. Was following a chunk trail in Constantium, 20k, nothing at the end, just a village. Sad. The person that flew it originally probably killed themselves back to spawn or whatever. Who's to say? But, you know, you could have been taken for a ride. That whole trail could have been entirely on purpose. Just to screw with you for having followed it. Who up Jacktherippa? I hope you are, Link. I know I am. Some people follow trails for millions and find an inner chest and XP on the ground. Yeah, that's the funniest, cruelest irony. Jack, I will never forgive you for griefing boat murdered. Mr. Roscoe, I hate to say this. You are exceptionally young. I'm not going to say the number, but I know you're not an older player, shall we say. Right? And as a result, when Boat Murdered was founded, you were like a year and a half old. I'm sorry, you were. When Boat Murdered was originally founded at the end of 2011, you were like a year or two old. When Boat Murdered was griefed, you were like 3 years old. Or that is when I rated Boat Murdered. Like, I'm just saying, you ain't got any reason or like, there's no value in you saying, oh, how could you have griefed Boat Murdered? Yes, how could I have griefed a thing that existed for a very brief span of time shortly after you were born? Oh no, the horror. Lamau, you destroyed him. I wasn't trying to destroy him. I was just trying to put him in his place. You missed Top Hat. Oh, I'm so sorry. What did Top Hat say? You'll just go, chat ignored. I'm sorry, Top Hat. It's so easy to overlook you sometimes. Wasn't trying to ignore you on purpose. Was the best distance for stash hunting? I don't know, man. You got to get lucky and follow trails, apparently. Solid Jack, I recently left your job. They wanted me to miss your friend's funeral. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry about that, Top Hat. Okay. I believe I caught up. I'm not perfect. Like, I'm gonna miss things people say. So, sorry. But anyway, yes. As for Boat Murdered, it was a fun place. You should have been there, Mr. Roscoe. You should have been there. Oh, but anyway. So yeah, things come and go. How are there people that were 1 when Boat Murdered was founded? Well, that's because they were born about a year before Boat Murdered was founded. That's why. And I'm using very generalized numbers, but like, even if I'm off by 6 months to a year, that's not that much time. It doesn't make much of a difference, really. Like, oh no, he was actually 4 when Boat Murdered was griefed, or he was actually 3 when Boat Murdered, or no, yeah, 4, or some shit like that. Like, well, you know, it is what it is. Damn, people born in 2011 or 14, which is probably the average 2B2 player now. Yep. Yep. That indeed is the case, it seems. Which is fine, and also Mr. Roscoe doesn't play 2B2T, I don't believe. He just chats to me on Discord a lot. He's actually primarily a Roblox person, which is fine, but... Ooh, modified... Ground mount, wall mount, corner mount. Ooh, you know, using a soul lantern, yeah, that's a good idea, Dark. I don't know that I want to use that, but like, Oh, you're using a polished blackstone pressure plate for like a little hat. That's not bad, Dark. That's not bad. Okay. I was 3 when it was griefed. Ouch. Yeah. Now, in my defense, I'm not the one who originally griefed Boat Murdered. I just griefed Boat Murdered after the original people who made it came back and tried to revive it. And the only reason I did that is because they kicked out Ted Nugent. And nobody kicks out a rock god like Ted Nugent. And so, the Boat Murdered all had to be murdered. It's a very unfortunate thing. But hey, it's a great circle of life or whatever. Seriously, I highly recommend you listen to Cat Scratch Fever. And, oh god, what was that other good song he did? It was, oh god damn it, I gotta look it up. It started with an S. It was, Ted Nugent, Stranglehold, that's it. Highly recommend you watch or listen to the song by Ted Nugent, Stranglehold. Stranglehold and Cat Scratch Fever are Ted Nugent's best rock songs. Man's a legend. Like an actual legend. Of course, he's getting up there in age now. God, that sky is so beautiful. I recently updated complementary shaders to reimagined or unbound version 1.7 or something like that. Yeah, Stranglehold. Thank you, Don. I just had to use my YouTube search history. And that quickly reinformed me of the song name. I was actually playing Minecraft the same year that you were playing Minecraft at 3? Holy crap. I didn't even know what a video game was when I was 3. I don't think I understood what a video game was till I was like 5. Like, and that was with the old NES Mario Brothers. And I think some arcade game. I don't remember. It wasn't Space Invaders. It was something very old, but like from that era. Truly an F moment, I know. Someone just found one of your bases on two. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry, Unboxing. What base was it? Or is it? Is it okay? Can you negotiate with them? They just showed up, right? Almost actually burned your own base on 2P2. Not a good look, Mr. Roscoe. Not a good look. But sure, whatever. How does it feel to know, guys, that everybody who is currently 20 years old was born in 2005? God, I was in fucking high school. Ooh. Just suddenly occurred to me. I should mount a thing. Oops. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's already bright down there, but like that makes it even more cheery looking. I played when Pocket came out. You were 5. Jeez, real Neo. Holy shit. Minecraft Pocket Edition felt like such a ripoff. Because I was like, oh my god, they made a shitty version of Minecraft. Why would they do this? Just play it on the computer. Any computer's a laptop if you're brave enough. And then it was like, no, actually a lot of people play this because a lot of people have an iPad or a tablet or whatever. And so, yeah, as it turns out, that was the #1 way to get That was the #1 way to get people into Minecraft. Stop it, Jack. I'm already 2 decades old, dude. Damn, dude. No, not like this. I was already well over 2 decades old when the game came out. It was so bad and it costed money? Holy hell. Was it predatory like the in-cash apps? Or, sorry, in-app payments? I don't know why I said in-cash app. Yeah, like the in-app transaction stuff. They were like... That was legitimately super predatory for a long time. And then they ended up just sort of like saying, okay, you know, you just have to declare that you're going to milk children for all they're worth. What the hell? How are you, Ellie? Good girl. Oh, hey, Jose, welcome. What happened to me once when I was making a lodge along the highway, I tried to make a fireplace, set half the building on fire. Damn. I did message him. He said it's a shared account. He doesn't plan on griefing. He said only time can tell. Jeez. I mean, I had 2 people say they didn't plan on griefing. And the third person who came by did. So, yeah. They didn't plan on griefing. But the people they were going to tell did. Or would. It was but a matter of time until they all came to that conclusion. Oh, but we apparently live so close to you, Jack. And I'm like, yeah, for all the good that does me. Oh, well. You paid once and you got it. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was like, why are you not just playing... And that was my genuine question to anyone playing Pocket Edition. Or what would become Bedrock on the Xbox. And I was just like, why are you not just playing... And then I was like, well, there are a lot of kids who have a console and that's it. And it just never occurred to me that, yeah, PCs are not something kids tend to get right out of the gate. And to be fair, I get why. Because, you know, kids can browse the internet and get into who the hell knows what kind of trouble. And it does make sense to a degree. But I couldn't imagine playing Minecraft in a non-Java environment. Like, that's nuts. Remember when Minecraft Story Mode was hyped? Yeah. I couldn't stomach story mode, so, you know. Milk children, yep, they milked children. They absolutely put their grubby little hands on those children and milked them for all they were worth. I am, of course, speaking in an incredibly literal fashion. That is exactly what happened in exactly the way that I described it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the description of them milking children, because that is exactly what occurred. It's just the only thing that came out was mommy's credit card, and not anything else. If you were thinking anything else, you need to go and get a mental evaluation or something. Jack, did you have a PC when you were 8? I had access to a PC when I was 8. But that was in the family living room, so. But like, video games on PC when I was 8, they're not really comparable in any way, shape, or form to PC games today. Or the internet of today. The internet of today would be unfathomable to anyone in the 90s when I was 8. Like, I was 8 in 97. Like, you could not contemplate the crazy bullshit you'd be able to pull off on the internet. I'm sure there would have been someone who could have predicted that that's how things would go. But for the most part, nah, man. The internet was just... The internet was a magical, crazy realm. And in a lot of ways, it's not changed. It's still kind of magical and crazy. It's just different. You have Axiom. No, I'm kind of hesitant to learn Axiom. I'm just so used to World Edit. Like, World Edit just does what I want it to do. So I'm not really worried about it. I should probably stop before YouTube hears. Yeah. Yeah, that would be ideal, but also, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, there were a lot of apps that absolutely made mommy's credit card. What happens to credit cards when they have too much money on them? Overdrawn? Explode? Switched from Bedrock to Java a while back. Now I've never played Bedrock. It just feels bad. Exactly. Bedrock is the definitive way to not play Minecraft. It is Java or go home. Come on, Jack. I said the last couple of weeks you got to use it. Yeah. That doesn't mean I will. I know you want me to, Rainbow Wren, but I'm not gonna. I like what World Edit gives me, and I know how to use World Edit far more efficiently than I know how to use Axiom. I'm sure Axiom can do anything World Edit can do, but better. But the problem is very much the learning curve of using a thing like Axiom. It's just so much more efficient to go, you know, I know how to do this in World Edit, so I'm just going to do it in World Edit. That's like if you were like, hey, you should stop using assembly, old man, or you should stop using Perl, or COBOL, or Ruby. You should switch to this newfangled thing called C. Well, yeah, I probably should, but theoretically I could do whatever I'm doing in assembly. Yeah, it would be easier in C, and yeah, there's probably definite, you know, advantages to it, but you know what it is. You know how it be. Axiom is good, but it doesn't have everything, but is better with stuff like copying and mirroring. I don't think it is. I like the ease of make your selection, make sure that you remember that it is positionally based. Do one command to copy it, and then to mirror and flip, you just look in that direction, and then just do flip, and that's it. Hype for Minecraft Live this week. Can't wait for them to announce another update that adds another armor trim, new wood type. Now you're really like predicting what's gonna happen. I'm looking forward to Minecraft Spicewood because you gotta smoke that dank kush. But yes, I enjoy the fact that my single-use items are now beginning to take up an alarming amount of space in my ender chest. C is an awful programming language. Lua is 1,000% better. Well, the analogy that I was using was of a late 1980s, early 1990s type environment, where you would see C being used instead of all the really ancient languages that I just mentioned. That was the idea. And before you ask, no, I'm not a programmer. New items in the marketplace for Minecoins. Oh boy. God, sure am glad they invented their own currency. I'm surprised Minecraft hasn't made a meme token at this point. Just call it the Mimecoin. Playing Constantium much, or I'm rocking 2B2T? I'm on 2B2T, Lord Baddock. I don't really go back to Constantium simply because what's the fucking point? Constantium is riddled with retards. It's perpetually at 1 or 2 TPS. 2B2T is just more interesting. Yeah, you gotta pay money to get in, and that is a downside, but we're now up to date with 121.4, or we're about to be. I just don't see a reason. If it was like it was in late 2022, early 2023, when only Constantium was up to date, that'd be a different story. But Constantium lost the arms race really quick. They had about 7 months. C came out in 72. Yeah, but barely anyone was, like, using it, right? Assembly was still... I don't know. I don't know my programming history. I was just using examples that came to mind because it came to mind. Forget about the accuracy of the statements or examples I was using. Just go with it. I didn't know C came out in 1972. Good God. Control R flips it in Axiom. And copy is right click and left click is the same as world edit. Okay. Huh? That's neat. Jackson denial. Admit it, you're plugged into the Matrix. A little bit. I'm all right with it, though. I'm not going to say being plugged in is a bad thing. It's only a bad thing if you think it's a bad thing. But being plugged into the Matrix is perfectly okay if you don't think it's a bad thing. That's kind of the problem with those movies. Everybody just immediately learned, oh my God, the real world is real. And the Matrix is fake. And then everybody just sort of went, okay, well, I guess we know what we got to do. Never mind the fact that they were dancing into the literal machinations of all the machines. Never mind the fact that they didn't, in fact, understand the nature of the Matrix at all. And that they were like 5 fucking levels down or something crazy. And that they had never seen the real world. There's a lot going on with those movies. I just wish that the people in charge of making them weren't so fucking stupid. They could have done so much cool shit with the Matrix. He's not going to use it. Yeah, I'm probably not going to use it. Sorry. Living in the Matrix is for pussies. Real men live in filth to escape. But that's the irony, Link. No one escaped the Matrix. That's the point. Everyone was all up in arms about the nature of the Matrix, only to not understand the nature of the Matrix. No one escaped it. No one could. There was never any escaping the Matrix. That was the grand irony of the movie. Oh shit, was that stair flipped around wrong the whole time? Damn it, I've got to go around and flip that stair now. So, like, the Matrix is fine if you're all right with being in the Matrix. The Matrix is bad if you're not. Because, like, think of how many millions of people were still in the Matrix on level 0 or whatever it was, perfectly content. Or maybe not perfectly content, but, you know, living a life they could be okay with. I'm not saying give up. I'm just saying you got to understand the nature of what it is you're doing before you can hope to do anything at all. And that was the grand irony of the resistance fighters. They were living in a place the Matrix was fully aware of, completely orchestrated. They were controlled opposition, and they didn't even know it. And then, like 5 times before, they fell over like a house of cards, exactly the way the Matrix wanted them to. Because they understood that people needed control opposition, because if it was perfect, no one would believe it. If it was slightly flawed, everyone would be okay, but the smallest minority would be like, this isn't right, we gotta fight. And so they made Zion and all that shit for the people of whatever layer that was, to pretend to be freedom fighters, and then fuck off to their little fortress of solitude until the machines inevitably came a knocking, at which point everything would get reset. And nothing changed. Because, surprise, surprise, nobody actually could leave the Matrix. Oh, and by the way, the real fucking twist, Morpheus was a program the whole fucking time. My group on Tubi quit, and I ain't paying for that shit, so I haven't much drive to play. Okay, fair enough. Not focusing him. It's just a suggestion. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You're not forcing, I know. It's cool. I do need to learn Axiom, I understand. I'll just get around to it eventually. Yeah, I should have said that. No one was demanding you change in this chat, but yeah, that's fine. Play Constantine when I don't have the money for priority. You really should watch The Matrix, Callum. I warn you, they are really, really obtuse movies. There's a lot of background information about The Matrix that helps to sort of flesh it out way better. The movies don't do a good job of making sense of it all. So, beware, if you're going into The Matrix, you're going to be very confused, and you're going to need to look up all the extra info to know what's going on. It's a good premise, The Wachowskis just couldn't fucking pull it off to save their lives. They got too up their own ass about their artsy-fartsy symbolism, instead of going for a hard cyberpunk dystopian narrative with actual, like, morals and story beats and character development and things they had going for them in the first movie, but blundered in the second movie. That's how it went. The 99 movie is better. I don't know what 99 is, but okay. I don't know what that movie is precisely. Don't think I've heard of it. Haven't seen him. Like I said, Sig too deep into it. Interstellar is a masterpiece. Yes, Interstellar is great too. Or yeah, Dig. I know, I said Sig too. I don't know why I said that. The OG Matrix from 1999. It's funny to look at those movies and just take in the 90s schlock, you know? It's fun, it's interesting, but it's like, damn. That was like cutting edge. I got recommended a YouTube short yesterday while I was hunting around for that pale garden. It just gave me the stupidest grin. It was from some movie from 1995 where Mr. Hacker Man, who's I guess a government whatever, was like, here, let me just casually inject a gigabyte of RAM. And somebody in the comments were mentioned and did the math and said, you know, the average transfer rate in 95 was 256 kilobytes a second. And so he said, like, oh yeah, you know, it would take 4 days over phone lines in 1995 to send a gigabyte of RAM or a gigabyte of any data to be able to hack the system. Like a lot of cheap, dumb bullshittery like that. It was just so funny to see. That's how we thought things would be. And we really did think that back then. Like, unironically, we genuinely thought the internet was just a magical tool capable of literally making your dreams come true. And as it turns out, it's still kind of a magical tool that can make your dreams come true. But only if you're Elon Musk. Or someone who knows how to make an AI spin, flip, and shit the way you say that it should spin, flip, and shit. Oh my god, Hugo Weaving's, yes, I'm reading it in his voice. Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist? Why must you see it now? You can't win. It's so good. Oh, you're gonna watch The Matrix. Okay, good job, Mr. Roscoe. You missed a great movie, being born so fucking late in human history, but it's okay. You can rectify that by going back in time. And, nah, I'm just kidding. You can watch movies. That's like the beauty of being born so late. You get the chance to like not waste your time with crap movies. You'll have like a million good recommendations to follow now. Ever watched Transformers? No, I haven't. I've watched Beast Wars. I really liked Transformers Beast Wars. But the newer Transformers stuff, no. Not into that. It's also a tool to make your worst nightmares come true, yes. Ah, sweet. Man-made nightmares beyond my comprehension. So, you know, tread lightly. Top 5 movies. Ooh, boy. Alien. Aliens. Predator. God. Big Lebowski. And Fantasia. Yeah, that's 5. Actually, swap Predator and Big Lebowski. And then Fantasia and Predator. There you go. The Predator. He predates you! Dear Zoomer. Remember when Paul Krugman said the internet would go the way of the fax machine? Well, first of all, the fax machine is very much still around, and second of all, huh? What was he smoking? I don't think it went the way of anything. I think the internet revitalized and revolutionized the fax machine, ironically. Suggesting watch Transformers 1. Okay. Roscoe was born after people stopped being made. Oh. Well, it's really more like, by being born this late in human history, you have a front row seat while still being an impressionable minor. You have a front row seat to the AI insert descriptor here. I don't know if I want to say Renaissance, Horror Fest, like, I don't know, but you have a front row seat to whatever it is that AI is going to do to our civilization. And you may also get to do, you may get to participate firsthand. So I don't know. You might become a veteran of the meme wars. You might become a slave to our AI overlords by the time you're 30 or 40. Who knows? What's the next 5? Okay, so the movies after the top 5. So Star Wars 1, 2, and 3. And by 1, 2, and 3, I mean 4, 5, and 6. And, what's really good? Like, really, really good. Fifth Element and Aladdin. That was not too hard to figure out. I normally kind of blank when I'm given a lot of choices. Yeah. Them's some good movies. Christopher Nolan's masterpiece film. Oh, yeah. Barbie got nothing on Oppenheimer. Yeah, Oppenheimer was great. I also really loved the Batman series that he made, Christopher Nolan. Nolan made Interstellar. Nolan made... What else did Nolan make? What else has he made? Don't mistake them? What do you mean? 1, 2, and 3 are not 4, 5, and 6. They are the very first 3 Star Wars movies that were made. The first Star Wars movie, the second Star Wars movie, and the third Star Wars movie. So, episodes 4, 5, and 6, in that order. Oppenheimer was weird as fuck. Yeah, it was a little weird. It was trying to be artsy in places it didn't need to be. But, whatever. I still enjoyed it. Dark Knight Trilogy, yeah. You didn't understand it? What? Did you say Aladdin? Oh my gosh, which Aladdin? The uncanny as fuck one with the man who is not a blue genie. Will Smith, that's his name. I'm sorry, I don't really remember blacklisted actors that well. Is he unblacklisted yet, by the way? When did he slap Chris Rock shit again? Has it been enough time for him to be cool again? I forget. I do like Will Smith. I just kind of wish he wasn't cucked. Fuck. This and that. I remember I missed a lot of things because of your age. Yeah, it's okay, Roscoe. You have plenty of time to catch up, probably. Until the AI overthrow or whatever it ends up becoming. Who knows? Oppenheimer was a communist, which surprisingly considered he was American. Yeah, but like he's the good kind of communist, the one that didn't try to push it all onto everybody else. The good kind of communist being the kind who genuinely thinks it's possible to do. They're idiots, but like, they got to figure that part out for themselves. You can't really save them from themselves. You kind of have to. You can only really just point them in the right direction. Because, like, the communist who believes you can actually do communism, there's a chance you can get through to them. It isn't a good chance. It isn't a high chance, but it is a chance. It's happened. That said, however, you know, the only good communist is actually a dead one, but, you know. My God, stop defaulting me to survival mode, you piece of shit. I wish, like they would allow you to do with hard and easy and all that, I wish they would let you lock in to whatever game modes you choose. And when you lock into a game mode, and you can choose how many you want at once, you are no longer able to choose outside what you're locked into. How long have I been making this midlife llama? About 2 months. Or no, has it been 2? Let me go dive through my screenshots real quick. Started making this in early February, I want to say. Or maybe late January. Okay, so that's January 20th. I was making the Shape of Space Valk 5. We hadn't yet gotten griefed. Escape the Jack Rooms was a success. December. Okay, so I didn't start on this in December. So it had to have been very early February. Ooh! Oh, yeah! Chromosphere. Ooh, I wanna use that. Okay. Yeah, that one guy who made some really cool... Okay. I'm gonna have to take that design element in mind. Okay, so by January 30th, I hadn't yet started making this place. So it was February the 6th. So I've been working on this only a month. Cool. So yeah, all this is about a month. Pretty good. Hey, Chief, welcome. We've had 5 major communist genocides in world history. I don't know, it seemed like the leaders who did that just wanted power. Yeah, probably. They probably did legitimately believe as well, on some level, until it no longer became expedient for them to do so, and when it became obvious that doing so was not gonna happen. Who really knows? Star Wars 4, 5, and 6 had really bad and slow lightsaber fights? Aw. I mean... it was a product of its time, but it wasn't terrible. I liked what it was, what it tried to be. And in my opinion, that's good enough. I miss a few streams and you get all this done. Hey, in my defense, yeah. In my defense, I don't have a life. So there. A lot of this is not hard to do. Like, making shapes is not difficult. Not at all. You just have to be willing to, you fuck with cats in the cradle. The song? Or is that a band? I don't know. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. What is that blue glowy block? It is the new radioactive lapis block that Mojang just secretly released. It makes the sky real. But only as long as you're within the radius of the radiation. As long as you're huffing the radiation off the radioactive lapis block, the sky looks real. And it glows a nice light blue. It's very nice. The song, yes. Yes, I know the song. I like it. Beacon? Lapis? Soul Lantern? Ooh. Beacons and lapis and soul lanterns, oh my! I'm probably going to go easy on the soul lanterns. I like the beacons way better. You should listen to Harry Chapin's album Portrait Gallery. It's an absolute beautiful telling of his life's highs and lows. Ooh. You have to go. Take care, Callum. Thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate it. There we go. Jack, I think you play Minecraft too much. Shut up. You don't know that for sure. You can only assume that based off of the intense progress I've only made in a month. Makes his older work like Cats in the Cradle seem dull by comparison? Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, as long as it's interesting, I'll probably give it a listen. If I can remember, yeah. Finished watching The Truman Show. Oh. Yeah, The Truman Show is also a really sad, but, like, legitimately good movie. It really puts the presidential terms of Harry Truman into perspective, doesn't it? Remember when they added horses even though you were 3? Holy fuck, dude. You remember that? I don't remember anything from when I was 3. Damn. Just, wow. Okay, I think I replaced all the doors. Jack, a rough estimate of how much Blackstone you think you'll need? I don't know, at least 7. Ah, I knew it. It's crazy how after all these years nothing really seems to rival Minecraft. Yeah, it's almost like when you make something amazing, it's hard to top. Ask Will Wright, creator of The Sims. He made a bunch of games before that, and he made The Sims, and then he tried to make Spore. And The Sims has never been outshined, despite the cult following that Spore seems to still have. The Sims is just like the thing Will Wright is known for. First memory was your 4th birthday. That was better than I am. Better than what I got. I don't remember my first memory. Like, I don't know the time frame of it. I think I was in diapers, and I was playing in my sandbox, and it was wet because the rain. I'd left the sandbox lid off, and it had rained in it. I want to say that's what it was. Jack, it's my dad's fault for introducing me to Minecraft when I was 3. I don't think fault is the right word to use there, but okay. Hey, Spore is great. Yeah, it's a great game. Don't get me wrong. It could have been better. But it wasn't The Sims. And that's really the problem. The Sims will outlive Will Wright. Just as Minecraft will outlive Notch. Like, that's a lot heavier of a statement than you think. Or than you would think at first glance. Okay, did I get all the spacings correct? At least 7? More like 70 shulkers. Yeah, that's what I meant when I said 7, sure. That is the number that I was intentionally invoking. Right. At least 7 shulkers. I mean, at least, right? Gotta be at least 7. D. AKA make a game that you make it and boom, everlasting. Yeah, it's very difficult to make evergreen content, as they say. But a sandbox game is probably one of the better ways to go about it. Considering if you make the sandbox big enough and complicated enough, and also endearing enough, then you could theoretically do anything. Ah, okay. Thank you for linking me that link in Discord. I will take a look at it, Harry Chapin. That's a good way to prevent me from forgetting things. If you have something you want to show me or tell me, just for future reference, anyone, just ping me in Discord and then link it to me. That's a good way to get me, get it stuck on me. Okay. Also, this is not solid blackstone. Before anybody freaks out, this is not solid blackstone. I showed this place to Alpha, and he was like, how are we going to get all that blackstone? And I was like, it's predominantly stone. And he's like, oh. So no, I don't think I'm going to have that kind of a problem. Jack, at least 7 blackstone blocks? Yeah, of course. So you know the war that's currently going on 2B2T? Someone in-game mentioned it to me. Huh? No, there is not a war currently going on 2B2T. If it is, it's very, very quiet. And it must be between only a handful of people or something. There's no way in hell there's a war going on and it wouldn't be, like, openly broadcast. You can't do a silent war on 2B2T. I prefer Minecraft older updates or newer? I prefer the newer ones, funny enough. I love the newer wealth of blocks and things and mods. Yeah, newer is better, for me anyway. When you build this on 2B2T, will you do by hand or baritone? Baritone with Lightmatica. There's no way in hell I'm building this by hand. Jack, read my 2 chat. Oh, I'm sorry, Roscoe. He did let you play it on the computer that happened to have Minecraft on it. Okay. And then proceeded to play the game for the next 11 years. I mean, that's not a bad way to start. You gotta get them while they're young, so that they'll be a lifelong Minecrafter. And if it's any consolation, you've been playing the game almost as long as I have. So, you ought to be at least a little bit good at it. Think you need to go. Can you say purple burglar alarm? Sure. Take care, Link. Thanks for coming out. Question is, do you plan to actually fill it up on the server? Ooh. Yes. Because if we don't, it'll become a mob haven. And I don't want that. So if we light it up and fill it with stuff, I think it'll be fine. What does purple burglar alarm even mean? Like, I've always heard about that. I don't know what that's like. Is that a reference to something? Is it a joke? Like, new fit video inbound? Wait, now? There's no way in hell he's already releasing a new video. Yeah, 2BGG's item dupe has Minecraft Furious. What the fuck? That's so bad. That video, oh man, speaking of Fit's newest video, that video was such a nothing burger. I watched that. Just absolute nothing burger. Who are they supposedly fighting? Yeah, exactly. Someone must have been trying to social engineer you. Yeah, they had to have been. There's not a war going on. There hadn't been a war in a while. I genuinely don't remember the last time we had a good war. Maybe we're due for one. We'll call it Block War 3. And we'll buy tanks from Russia. And shoot new players at spawn. I was joking? Man. Stop joking. You know this isn't a place to joking. All of Fit's videos are nothing burgers. Well, I mean, I have hope. I want the guy to improve. I mean, really, I want them to not be nothing burgers. I tried to get him to make a video on the Escape the Jack Rooms game. That would have legitimately been cool. I just couldn't get him to do it. So someone else will. Wink. Oh, shit. I forgot to unclog one of these. Okay. Next thing I want to do... I've got most everything the way that I like. Now I want to put more water streams. Like flowing water channels. This. Okay. I had the idea started here. There's printing fits in factory now. What? Man, that statement blew my brain. What are you trying to say, Warpath? Okay, you shouldn't be able to see beyond that. Salcy one is almost at a mil? Oh yeah, wow. Good for him. Yeah, I know Sal has been going crazy. I hope his newest duping video, whenever that one's released, is, like, I hope it's a tour de force. Crashing Earth MC with gold. There we go. Yeah, that's a convincing little drain, I guess? I don't know. If it hasn't been part of the community in years, yeah. Yeah. It's a damn shame, too, because if Fit actually was a part of the community, it would unironically revitalize his content. He would actually be someone people would like. Admittedly, people would go after him. People would grief him. But, like, if he takes it on the chin and just doesn't worry about it, you know, it would earn him a lot of favor with a lot of people. But people don't like him anymore because he's just sort of... he's a parody of himself, I'd say. And if he unironically just played the game, fucked around and had fun, didn't base hunt, but actually, like, made stuff happen, I think he'd be okay. I don't know, man. Wow, Fitz content sucks, he's out of touch. 2022. Wow, Fitz content sucks, he's out of touch. Yeah. Sure is fun how the more things change, the more they stay the same. Let's put that there. It is basically, at this point, getting a check for any content he puts out. He has to play a character for his YouTube channel to survive. Yes, and everybody hates that. Nobody likes Fit anymore. And that sucks. I like Fit as a person. I know him better than most people. And, I mean, it's self-inflicted. There's nothing I can do about. But, like, it just sucks seeing people disparage someone that, A, you know can do better, and B, like, was a cool guy back in the day, you know? It'd be like if everybody disparaged Pyrobite, or Snacky North, or some other person that I knew that I actually kind of liked. Like, I don't want that. But I also can't control that. Like, I don't have any power over what people think or feel. Fair enough. You know, that's just how it is. But it just doesn't sit right with me. That's why I don't shit on Fit. I'm not Dr. Seuss, so I'm not gonna, you know, make a little rhyming spiel about it. Like, I just don't like seeing that it's still cool to do it. It's still cool to shit on Fit. And it just feels bad. But I get why people don't like him, and I get why people don't take him seriously, and I get why it's kind of a lost cause, in my opinion. And it sucks. Ah, shit, I've got to move over a block. So what can you do? And I'm not going to sit here and say, hey guys, go easy on FitMC. Like, it's not really my place to, like, run interference for the guy. And it's not really my place to tell people what to think or feel about the man. You can watch his content and draw your own conclusions, but like, I do have something personal at stake, so I'm very biased, and I fully admit that. I understand that. But it just still feels bad. I don't know. It just sucks. I only really liked his 2016-2019 content. Yeah, like, I loved when Fit first started making videos. I admit it didn't take him very far, and his newer style in 2017 onward took him farther. And I get that. But, like, I don't know, just have fun, man. Play 2B2T as it was meant to be. It's not cool with, like, this fakeness. OG content killing rushers is really funny and still come back to it time to time. Yeah, that reminds me a lot of early Yogscast and Minecraft. A lot of those people who almost all of them have fallen off completely. Yogscast have completely pivoted their content to something totally different. And to be fair, I don't blame them. They didn't like the audience they inadvertently created, but what can you do? And Yogscast is actually funny enough. Really fun to watch now. I do watch Yogscast now. Unironically, I enjoy the hell out of what they do. And that's entirely because they're not Minecraft. And that's okay. You know, not everybody needs to be Minecraft content makers, whatever. Oh wait, no, this is supposed to be stone. So, it is what it is. Like, but you will still have people come back to this or that big video that they made X number of years ago, well over 10 at this point in many cases. Fit abandoned his audience for his Twitch channel, which is fine, but it's nice if he would return. Yeah, loved his old streams. I think he can't do that. I don't think he has it in him to return. Now, I don't know that for sure. That's just my personal guess. But I wouldn't be surprised if that was indeed the case. And you know, when you don't have the desire to do something, no one can force you to do that something. Damn it. There we go. And it just is what it is. I don't play 2B2T because there's too many retards that play the server. Fair enough. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And it's perfectly understandable that people who once played 2B will go, this isn't for me anymore, and then quit. That's perfectly understandable. Fit is stuck to 2B content after these years because Rusher makes Fortnite videos. Well, that's how it goes. Imagine the weird alternate continuity of this universe where Fit makes Fortnite videos and Rusher still makes the 2B content. Imagine the weird alternate universe where that happened. That would truly be, in the words of Maggie Simpson, or no, how did that episode of Treehouse of Horrors go? It was the first really epic Treehouse of Horrors episode where Homer gets the time machine and you see Willie get killed by Maggie with an axe to the back. And it's James Earl Jones voicing her. And she says something to the effect of, like, this and yet stranger still. Worlds yet stranger still. Something like that. I forget how that goes. We need a documentarian YouTuber. Well, it just so happens that I happen to know a documentarian-esque YouTuber who will document things on 2B. Their name's Rickson. Go watch Rickson. Rickson does great stuff. And Fast Vincent, whenever he returns. Florida changes a man. You could even argue that he is a Florida man at heart. There's an alternate universe somewhere where a bitter cynic won against the Rusher Mitch. Ooh. Yeah. Possible. Crazier things have happened. Rickson. Rickson. Rickson is... Yeah, he does do vertical streams for that. That's understandable. I get why he does that. I dabbled myself in that. It's not bad. Son of Rick. But not Morty, the son of Rick. Ooh. Just suddenly realized I could do a thing over here. I remember that Fast Vincent boat murder video when I clicked on the streams. That's why I mentioned it. Oh, that's why you mentioned that. Okay. Well, that was a fun little tangent to, you know, cover when you got into fucking Minecraft at 3 years old. So, hey, if nothing else, it was a trip down memory lane. Okay. Can I install a drain here? Yes, I can. Yeah, or no, this is 4 blocks? I guess I could. Fast Vince is probably the greatest modern 2B storyteller right now who still plays. Yeah. But Rickson also plays. So, slowly but surely, I think that is also a tide that is changing. Yeah, I guess we can just go like that. Oh. There we go. Stack that baby 200. There we go. That's Vincent's hella cool. Yeah, I know. I love him. Vincent and Sal are really cool people. I don't know what Sal is up to. I'm sure it's real life stuff, so I'm not gonna like pry. But yeah. How long have you been playing 2B before joining a group? Oh, well, the irony with groups is a group organically formed around me when I was still somewhat new to the server. This was in late 2012, early 2013. Some guy named Snacky North got his library griefed by an uninvited guest. It was a friend of a friend kind of situation. And he basically had met me and was like, Jack, you're cool. Can I base with you? And I was like, oh, God, I don't know who you are really, but I'll take a chance. I lived by myself at that point. And yeah, it was a great idea. Snacky was awesome. I don't regret that at all. And so yeah, that's just kind of how it is. And then from that point, Snacky and like 4 of his friends joined me out at the lands. Snacky names it the lands. And from that moment on, you know, we just kind of chill and have fun. And we went and joined Valkyria not long after, and the rest is her story. Jack talking about Vincent, why doesn't he do videos as often? There's always drama to cover. I've met him at the Gatekeepers. I know you weren't a fan of it, but it was LARP. Oh. Drama's not fun to make videos on, man. At least not for me. Hey, Brooklyn Foster. 6 stream and do custom graphics? Oh, Brooklyn Foster, you don't have to do that. Please. Please don't advertise your... I can do my own custom graphics. It's cool. See? Let me prove it to you. Okay, so I made my own X logo up there in the top right. I hate enabling everything, but I can enable stuff. YouTube chat. Let me get the chat real fast so that it doesn't look like garbage. There. Bing, bang, boom. There you are. Bing, bang, boom. Enable, enable, enable. That's the cord blocker. Subs, donation. There we go. Okay. So sometimes streams look like this. And sometimes they don't. Just depends. Do you use World Edit while building a creative, or is this all done by hand? Oh boy. I do indeed use World Edit. All of this was done with World Edit. Like, I've worked on this base for about a month. And it's pretty close to the outside design being done, I would say. I don't really think I have much else I want to do with it. Like, I'm pretty satisfied with the outside design so far. So yeah. I thought the stream HUD wasn't enabled on purpose. Yes, exactly. I enabled it on purpose. So yeah. Well, it's a lot harder to group and base with people these days, as all established groups seem like they want people with clout. Yeah, exactly. That looks like a Halo base. Good. I love Baroque, brutalist architecture, sci-fi, anything ethereal or medieval. I love that shit. And I've tried to aim for a lot of that, so, you know, here we are. But I also want there to be some functionality to it as well. Yeah. Forerunner architecture, nice. Also, because this base goes from bedrock to the build limit, way down in here, because this will be deep underground by this point. Ooh, we have depth fog going on? Ooh, these shaders are wacky. I didn't even know depth fog was a thing. Still. Anyway, so like way down here, we're going to have a gigantic factory and a farm situation where I can farm as many, you know, renewable resources as possible. And we're going to have a gold farm in here. We're going to have all the vegetable farms, villagers, all that shit. And we're going to be able to craft stuff together using the new auto crafter, because 121 adds that. Cool times. Cool times to be alive, man. It looks... Someone said you love Phospho's style building. Yeah, I let a lot of Phospho's influence sort of take over my style a little. That I was going to be the Jack Rooms? It is. This is going to be the Jack Rooms. But before we can make Escape the Jack Rooms 2, we got to have a place to live. I'm not just going to make a gigantic box that's Escape the Jack Rooms 2, and then that's just it. It's just a giant box. Come on in, everybody. Like, no, we're going to have an actual, you know, base in front of it. Love the sheer scale of it. I do too, Reg. I do too. Is it Reg or Reg? I never asked. So yeah, now you understand. And knowing is half the battle. The other half is violence. Same as yours, okay. Yeah, Phospholipid has a lot of good stuff going for her. I just wish she'd play 2B. I don't know what happened. I know she got burned out or whatever, so... It is what it is. But don't forget, you're here forever. I'm just gonna have this go off into the wall. Why not? Bam. And then it's gonna turn. Okay, I gotta turn off shaders and turn on full bright so I can see what I'm doing. here. Make that go 2 blocks in. And there we go. Ah. You know her IRL, okay. Oh. So is everything going okay? I haven't heard anything in a while. But then again, you know, people come and go from 2B. It's just natural. I also want to make a channel off of this edge going this way. Probably like right here. It's Reg as in Reginald. Okay, Reg. Did your old Jackroom's base get found? Yes, it was found and griefed. So, unfortunately, Escape the Jackrooms 1 and Ocean's Anomalous is no more. But that's all right. You know, we move on. We live by remembering the fallen. Shit. I broke it. We're getting into college mental health. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that takes precedence, and obviously the mental health problems 2B2T can inflict on some people is generally just not worth it. If that's a thing you struggle with, I mean. Thankfully, I've never had any real mental health troubles in my life. So I've been able to, like, sail pretty smoothly through the rough parts of 2B2T. I always say that it's probably a good place to be to learn lessons on 2B2T, on how to, like, let go and not let things get to you. Simply because better to learn it on the block game simulator, where nothing anyone really does actually matters, because this is just, you know, it's just a game. And as a result, it's healthier to learn to let go here, because one day you'll lose real precious things, because that's just life. So yeah, the more used to it you are, the easier it becomes, I guess. That sounds really depressing, but, like, it is what it is. Damn, 50's still not long enough. 60. No. 70. 5. Here we go. Oh. Ah, here we go. Jack, who do you base with on 2B these days? Alpha computers around, Universin, Osmobite, occasionally Dark Takanuva when he's feeling creative. Indeed it wasn't. Glad she quit. Okay. Yeah, that's how you know it was bad. That goes off to there. Not that Dawn Fuhrer was good for the outside life. Well, I mean, Dawn Fuhrer wasn't apparently very good for much of anyone, as it turns out. The people in charge were actively abusing people, from what I've, you know, seen from the screenshots and stuff. So I don't know, man. Also, from what I understand, they berated her building style, which doesn't make much sense, but whatever. You'd have to be a fool not to like how good that style was. I'm very glad when Deloaded solicited for me to join Dawn Fury years ago. I was just like, nah, man, I'm not into groups. I'm not into big gatherings of people. I'm not going to say like I knew something was up. It's not that. I was just like, nah, I don't feel like joining. And it turned out to be a bullet dodged. So, oh well. She plays Sims now and then, shows me her weird Minecraft world. Love Osmo, won a book from Alpha. Okay. Well, Alpha doesn't tend to give out books too liberally. No contact with Pyro? No, Pyro's gone. Pyro very much cut ties with everybody. Wish I could still talk to him, but no. No, some people just leave and they don't tell you why, and you don't get to know anything about them, and they're just gone. And when that happens, you just kind of have to move on. Some people will say a long farewell that takes years and years and years to finish, like a certain Jared 2013. And some people are poof, gone in a puff of smoke, and you never knew they were ever even there. There we go. Yeah, that's a nice little storm drain there. Any more than 3 or 4 people tends to get out of hand. Exactly, Anarius, exactly. I don't care if you have an exam in 2 hours, build that fucking spot. Oh my god. Ugh. It's sickening, it really is. Hey man, you should take this game on this one server extra special hard. Why? Because I told you. Because I said so. And if you don't, you're out. Which, if you stop to think about it, like, would getting fired from a block game group really be that bad? If they can fire you, and it's not for, like, really good reasons, like you were a shitlord and you messed with their group, but no, like, you didn't rise to their demands, which quite literally encroached on your real life. You know, maybe that is a wake-up call for some people. I don't know. You know Jared, interesting guy. Yeah, Jared's a wild one. That's all I'm gonna say. So I see Rip Space Valk 5. What do you mean Rip Space Valk 5? Space Valk 5 is fine. Space Valk 5 doesn't even technically exist yet. Like, I'm designing it in single player, but it's just a design that I'm making because I want to make it. But that's just because we were trying to kill time for the 121 update and all that. Like, I can take you to Space Valk 5 right this second. It's perfectly clean. It's okay. Your description? Oh, dude, that's a joke. You saw a past stream. It was okay. Yeah, Rip Space Valk 5, 2027? 2028 to 2044. Like, you mean to tell me I built Space Valk 5 in 2028 and it dies in 2024? Or sorry, 2044. Like, that's a really long Minecraft time. Yeah, these are times that don't exist yet. Like, I thought that joke was self-evident. Hey, Ellie, what's wrong? Yeah, you're a good girl. Hey, TJ, thank you so much, man. Always been the stream pops up. Okay, good. I appreciate you, man. You didn't have to support me like that. I appreciate that. I'm more surprised at the fact that Jared had a date. I mean, Jared, from what I understand, has had a fairly normal-ish life once he grew up and, like, became an adult. You know, he's got a relatively normal, you know, like, ignoring whatever you learn about him from 2B2T stuff. Like, no, he's actually a pretty normal guy. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. I mean, not that wouldn't be wrong with most other people. You know, he's probably got his fair share of hang-ups, but, like, he's okay. I don't think he's broken the law officially. No deloaded? Oh, you were astounded at him doing, yeah, deloaded doing that, right. Stopped a date to play Minecraft because the base was being griefed. I kind of have to wonder if the date was, like, not worth it. You know? Like, if he secretly knew the date would suck or something? Or, but obviously the answer is really he was just too plugged in. Oh well. I'll bet Jared is still salty that the no-comm exploit was ever discovered. I mean, I don't like the fact that it was ever discovered, but, you know, what can you do? So yeah, no, Space Valk 5 is A-okay. Remember you telling you that about Orson doing a deep dive into the, oh yeah, the 2B2D owner. Yeah. It was his girlfriend, not a date. Okay. Still. Maybe he was sick of her. Dawn Fuhrer was more interesting. Which is sad on a whole other level, but oh well. Whatever. Anyway, one of these days I'm going to transplant this building onto the top of Space Valk 2. Somehow. I don't know quite how I'm going to do that. I'll finagle it some way. Probably utilizing this big bridge here. And I've got to put like a roof top of some kind on this. I don't know. She was lovely. Nothing wrong with her. Just Minecraft was more important. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to immediately jump to that conclusion, but it was painfully obvious that was the truth. I always kind of want to try to believe the good in the good of people. Like, there's a better nature to people. And I'm almost always proven wrong. It's just so sad. Oh well. It's not anyone's fault but Deloaded. Dofnure. Dawn Manure. Alrighty. One last thing. Fill deep slate. Or no. Yeah, deep slate tile. Let's do it like 50. 100. Is this too broad? Yeah, that's too broad. Let's do 35. Or no, 25. 25 and 25 is 50. Was that about the radius of the thing? Close. Oh. We're off center. Oh, fuck me. Oh my god, I'm so sick of this thing defaulting me to survival mode. Okay, redo. Where were the bits? No. Okay, so we're one block off on this direction. Oh, and that would cover it perfectly. Okay. So I used a radius of 25 when I initially built this thing 3 years ago. Interesting. Wait, what? Oh. Oh, right. Undo. I realized my mistake. Okay, I shouldn't be using the fill command. I should be using the cylinder command. Now it should be... Yeah, that's like... No, that's still fucked up. Damn it. Undo. Syl command. There we go. Nice and aligned. Just as I intended. Let's put that there. Okay. Priorities, yeah, bad ones. They all hate on Dawn Fuhrer. I really enjoyed my time in that group, even got into leadership. Okay. Well, as long as it had a small positive impact somewhere, I guess it's not all bad, but I don't know. It is what it is. Can't actually wait for 21 to drop. My farmers are going to be so efficient. Same. Oh, I can't wait for 121 too. 121.4 as well. That's what I mean. Okay, so there's all this. Got that. What was I doing on this? Oh, I was putting these here. Let's move that over. Damn it. Again. Oh. Copy that. I always wondered why you changed from my old skin. Was that nostalgic? No, it's because I needed my own brand. I had to have my own branding that was unrelated to anything else. My old skin was Archer Emiya from Fate Stay Night. And I made that skin myself. And I just kind of realized, well, you know, heavily too serious about mid-2023. Have a lot of common vanilla issues been fixed? Dude, 2B is a lot more like... It's way better than it was in 2023. I don't know how else to put that. You should probably play it, just to find out for yourself how it is. Because I probably can't describe it well enough for you. If you're playing with a competent client, you'll be A-okay. You'll enjoy the hell out of it. 2B2T had a lot of really good changes happen when we updated to 119 back in late 2023. It was absolutely worth it, man. I can be sure this one won't be griefed. How can I be sure that anything will not be griefed at some point? How can I be sure that the sun won't just go poof tomorrow? I don't have that certainty. And if you're looking for that certainty, I don't think 2B2T is the place for you. Not running on 6 TPS anymore, I know, right? Traveling is great, yeah. There we are. Got some nice handles there. Just learn to hide your base, nothing is safe. I mean, even if you learn to hide your base, you can still have a lot of awful things still occur. So, I mean, get good, but at the same time, like, you will make a leap of faith no matter what. Farther out does not equal safer. Not anymore. Nope. What I hope will happen is that they crack some way to prevent people from chunk trailing. That's what I hope gets patched. That shit would be hilarious. If suddenly nobody could chunk find anymore, or at least chunk finding became really, really, really inefficient or a pain in the ass or something like that, I would just laugh and laugh and laugh. 2B2T is really meant to be a place you go and try to hide out and last as long as you can while making something pretty cool. At least in my opinion. That's how I've always tackled the server, and I find that that's pretty decent. Not sure if John still patches Rusher Plus, but I'll give it a shot later this week. Okay. Well, Rusher is still up to date. Like, Rusher's still being maintained. I don't know if it's this John person. I use Future, so I don't know. But, I mean, people still play Rusher. I still hear it's a good client, so I don't know. I mean, you've got Omega Clout Jack. Okay, and that Omega Clout doesn't pay the bills, so I don't know why that's... Why is that entering into your calculus? It doesn't enter into mine. You hide base like a million out. It's safest. No one hunts there. It's good hunting. That's not... Or no one hunts there that's good at hunting. Hide it well and you'll get lucky. Maybe. Or the next Randar, no-com, whatever, will just unceremoniously erupt onto the scene and the nerds will have everybody's coordinates again. Who knows? So much more of the world would get explored without chunk trails? I mean, it's probably not a bad thing, right? I don't think that's a bad thing. If you're planning on paying the bills, you ain't using it correctly. Yeah, probably not. You're very correct on that front. But I don't know how to use it, quote, correctly. So, I don't know. How much Blackstone did you place? I mean, my stats probably aren't, like, super great. Only 5,900 stairs. 192 Blackstone walls. 4,275 Blackstone slabs. Less polished than all of that stuff. 1,561 polished Blackstone stairs. 6,666 Blackstone. I'd never have guessed that would be so even. 6666. That's it. I'm confirmed the Antichrist. You all should throw me $1 million of super chat to incentivize me not to take over the world or whatever the fuck it is the Antichrist is supposed to do. Base was found a number of times. Fortunately, it was left ungriefed. The only items were taken that you don't care about. Okay. Well, you got off quite lucky, Reg. Quite lucky indeed. The balance that you hide at 1 mil, you were quicker to get found. By the 30 mil, you were harder to get, but easier to find if you don't hide well. Yeah. I really don't recommend going out super, super far. Like, make it a little bit far, but not very far. I prefer the chunk trail thing not being patched. Well, Don, I'm sorry. I'm just saying it would be funny. Elmo exploit. Oh, please, no. Elmo making bad financial decisions. Ooh, please. Make good financial decisions. You can make 1 or 2 bad financial decisions and it's okay, depending on how, you know, the magnitude of said bad financial decision. But, like, just be careful. Oh, Ren, thank you. Oh, you didn't have to do that to me. Or for me. To me. Yeah, that's right. Super chats. You're doing it to me. Don't do that to me. Was I at Asgard too? Yes. I got to build there for maybe 2 weeks. That was it. I didn't get to do very much. I don't know what I would have done, where I'd have taken it, but it would have been cool. I'm not a base hunter myself and never even used a map. I'm just friends with a few nice ones. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. But yeah, Recon, to answer your question, this Blackstone was mostly created by World Edit. As for my Blackstone, when I make this on 2B2T, oh boy. Yeah. Oh no, the goal ended before you guys started donating. Shit. Should have put it for 3 hours. Sorry. Keep getting Asgard 2 and Aureus mixed up. Well, I was at both places, so... No, Ellie, you can't go in there. Stop. Yeah. Whoa. You okay? I bet people would pay you to build bases. Yeah, they probably would, actually. But, hey, 87AC, welcome. They probably would pay me to make them bases. The problem is, I would spend all my time doing that, and I wouldn't get to live in the places in question, so I don't know. Any tips on base building? Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Bidding war. I should have started that. Okay, so... TJ, Ren... Oh, damn it. It doesn't give me a good history of who donated when. I'll just count it as... I think Ren... Yeah, no, it was... Okay, so it was TJ first. Rainbow Ren, Elmo, Ren. Sorry, one more. Nobody ever completes the goal. So, like, I never get to award it. Space Valk 5, design element of your choice. But as for base building tips, you mostly want to focus on like a general shape. And then once you got that idea in your head, you add on the smaller bits to it. Start broad and then work your way down to the smaller stuff. You have to mine all this by hand? No, we have a bartering farm. There's a guy I know who has a bartering farm. That's where I'm getting my Blackstone. But building it on 2B will be done by hand. But I'm going to try and use baritone and stuff. So I know. Hey, oh no. Oh, Elmo beat you, Ren. Elmo gets... Well, Elmo's already gotten to design. Or got to decide a thing. Ren, I'll grant it to you. So just like message me what design thing you would like to see at a Space Valk 5. Just don't go crazy. Don't change the palette. You know. Try to make it somewhat reasonable. You're not granted? No. He did it, man. Because you've already gotten yours. That's why. If you hadn't already gotten one, then I would grant it to you. But because it's already done, it's already done. Uh-oh. Shouldn't have done that. My Japanese room, no! This is gonna be like my private room. I just decided I wanted to decorate it Japanese one day. There. I don't know why, I just thought it looked good. So I looked at a few rooms and stuff, and this is what I came up with. Got some nice beacons in the ceiling as a light source. Nice bright lamp over there. Actually, will be another really good, like I guess a chain, right? Also, you don't have to think of it right away. So, you know, no pressure. DMs, okay. Okay. See the Japanese stuff? All right, yeah. What's this? I don't have a room hallway sort of thing going to it, but you know, it's what it looks like so far. I want to put something in this corner, but I don't know what I'll put there. Maybe an armor stand or something. Something like that. Whoa. Okay, well, at any rate, have a thought of taking a new build height and creating another sky temple like the one I did at the lands. I mean, when the build height was upped in 1.18, I ported Space Valk from the end to the overworld, and I realized that you can put Space Valk 1 at sea level, and it goes all the way up to the build height and fits perfectly. So, yeah, I totally could do another Space Temple or Sky Temple. But I kind of like doing stuff like this, so I haven't really thought about it too hard, because I don't need to. So, you know, it is what it is. But at any rate, everybody, I do need to get on here. It's getting late here, and my cat is going crazy. So I will catch you all tomorrow. We're going to have to see what the update is looking like, because we're still on the test server, so who the hell knows where things are going to go, but, you know. At any rate, you all have a great night. I will catch you all later. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Follow me on Twitter. I post build pictures every now and then there. And yeah, you all have a great night. I will catch y'all later. Stay safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Goodbye.